Second, Hangout is live. Okay.
Cool.
And then here's the page for when you need to run it.
Cool. Okay, so this is it. Do you want us to start with the tests or with running the app?
Well, we can start with running the app, so we have a quick overview of the app itself.
The control R, Alex? What is
Yeah.
Yeah. Around. There we go. Cool. I would never remember it if it were.
Does this have audio?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope it should.
All right.
That's a yes.
We didn't select not to. So,
All right. Well, that's a,
so that's what we can say.
yeah.
Okay, let's try this.
I'm already logged in, so it's a log out to do a full test.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be showing off the log out feature. So here, let's log out instead so you can see the full thing. All right, so login screen. Do you want to see the full thing? We can register a user, everything like that, or start with just logging in? Okay, so let's sign up. Picture's not required right now, so we'll leave that out. Blah.
I'm praying he doesn't crash.
Email.com. Sometimes it kills because there's not enough space.
Exactly. Sometimes they run out of CPU.
Test.
That's my computer yesterday. I didn't realize I was low on disk space, and I had 0 bytes on my C drive. Yeah, well, you know what happens when that occurs.
Everything just stops.
Yep. Yeah, and then it's very hard to get it to restart.
There we go. So sign up. Now our homepage is this projects feed. So this is like our dashboard, which Bootstrap was giving us trouble. So this is kind of messy looking.
If you actually decrease the size of the screen, it makes it look nicer. Pull it in.
There you go. That's how it's supposed to look pretty.
Yeah.
This is the part Jackson was talking about, how the filtering doesn't work yet, but the actual autocomplete, right? So like Ruby comes up, Java, and Java comes up and stuff like that.
Nice.
That part does work when you're actually trying to tag the projects.
Right.
So these are the different things. So this is the request to join versus asking someone to join. So let's say I'm on the feed and I see this project and I think this is cool, so I want to join this project, and I click request to join. So we'll see in a second. Request sent. So it knows that the request was sent. Now, if I was logged in as the owner of this project, I'll get a little notification on. Doesn't look as good on here, but see, you can see this little notification bar, and it would show up here. This guy has no notifications because it's a new user, but it would show up in their notifications. Or if I were the owner of this project, it won't work here because I'm not the owner. But if you were to click on these, we'll switch to one that does own it. It'll go ahead and it'll send that notification to this person. And then let's see, like, or actually,
if you click on test project or test project 2, it takes you to the project page.
Like,
also,
let's take a look at.
See them?
Like a project show page. So like these are the skills that are associated with it, the people that are on it, and you can add a repo to it, edit. So like, let's add a repo. This will just be fake, but like google.com, update project. So now you can see that the repo's there. We eventually want this to be on the feed, which is why we have to like go to the actual, so like you want to make a new project. So our new project testing, this just needs to be fixed so that the sprite doesn't have anything, but basically, like, let's say you want to tag Ruby as a skill, and let's say Google is the repo again, and then create a project. So this is something that we have to fix because you can't render it in the field. Because it's an association, so you have to render the association, and then that technically has to be there nilled out so that you can add ones. But if you go to show for this project, the skills will show up and all the stuff is there. What's the next?
The skills aren't there.
Where'd it go? Usually it's there. Ruby might not be valid. C++. There you go.
There it is. Okay.
It's weird. Okay, so like that is all good and everything like that. And the whole thing with the autocomplete, you can also put multiple in at a time. So then we can go to our profile and stuff. So slow. So this is showing broken image text. We didn't add an image to the user, but this feed, it'll show projects that you're working on.
Okay.
So since we created that project, it's just the owner. It's not technically a user of that project right now because it's not actively being worked on. So like, let's just change this to Alex because we like to make fun of Alex. And now,
It's nice to be loved, right?
so you can update the profile and everything like that.
Mhm.
And I guess really last but not least, we can log this user out.
Mhm.
And we'll see that we go back to here.
Mhm.
And if you want to see logged in,
Mhm.
this is a different user now. But there you go.
And also we
There's the
updated
new
our
project.
So there's a notification, as you can
Mhm.
see. There's our new project.
Right.
The members would go here, but there's
This
nobody
also
in these
works.
two.
It'll just say
Mhm.
request sent as well. Request sent, and it'll send it to that person.
Mhm.
But yeah, that is. I believe. Am I missing anything?
I don't believe so.
Oh, I could show you the picture thingy on profiles. Like this one.
So this one has.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
There you go.
Okay.
That's my dog.
What kind of dog is it?
He is a Cavapoo, a King Charles Cavalier mixed with a poodle.
Oh my goodness.
So then, see this one is signed up with projects, so you can see that it has projects there.
All right. Now, what do you do if you're an owner and you want to invite somebody?
That was that black.
That's
plus
what
button.
that's what these buttons are. So I can click on these people. So like
Uh-huh.
I am a member of
That'd
this
be
one, so
kind
that'd
of
be redundant.
redundant,
So
Yeah,
we don't have checks in there for that yet, because
'Cause
that's more
I was curious to see that in action.
right.
Oh,
That works.
Did you get a?
So that's what
Yeah,
like.
notification.
See, Neo Matrix would like you to join test project.
Oh,
That's
okay.
because
Yeah.
I was testing it with myself. But
Yeah.
but basically, so that's what Jackson was saying before. Is
Yeah.
right now what happens is if I see you come up in the feed of users,
Mhm.
I can click on you saying like I want to add you to my project,
Mhm.
and I'll say like, oh, this person wants you to be on, and then the name of the project. And for now,
Right.
like then they would have to like find you and get in contact with you. But ideally, what we want to eventually happen is that there would be like an accept button here.
Sure.
And
Sure.
when you click that, then it just adds the user to the project and they have access.
So I
to
mean,
it.
it's halfway there.
Right.
All right.
For now, everything's pretty open because we just want people to be able to see everything.
Uh-huh.
So like people can view other projects and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But feature-wise, yeah, that's pretty much it. This goes to the dashboard.
Okay.
Go. So slow. There we go. And that's pretty much it.
Nice.
So we can kill this now.
Okay. On
Amazing
to.
kill itself.
Huh?
Amazing to kill itself.
It's been behaving pretty well lately. Probably just because we don't have a lot of people on at once.
Yeah.
So we can run the tests for this. I will tell you now that the one cucumber test that we said before will fail because, and we'll show you it fails on, it tells you like it can't connect to the browser or whatever. But everything else, all those stories that you saw in.
But this is on C9.
Correct.
Okay.
All those stories that you saw in Pivotal Tracker
Yeah.
are the stories that are being run here. This one's so that one red one.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this one failed one. I'll show you. So 16 passed. It's the last step of that one, so it's really obnoxious. But there might be one after it. Yeah. So and I choose Ruby, so
Right.
Capybara driver.
Right.
It fails because it can't actually click on the thing.
Yeah.
Which is pretty misleading because the gem that we used was like, if you include this file, you get this step, which you do get the step. It reads the step and then it fails
And
on
then
the
it fails.
driver. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
But actually, it does for the sake of testing that the autocomplete works. It does because, as you'll see here, we just type in RU,
Uh-huh.
and it doesn't fail on. It doesn't say that it can't find Ruby. It says it
Right.
can't click Ruby, so that
Right.
much does work. So close.
Now, are these the cucumber tests for all your features?
That's
Right,
everything.
we can run them one at a
Okay,
time.
so they're all there.
They're all there.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
if you see at the bottom, so 16
And they're
pass.
split up by these features. The
Yeah.
autocomplete, the edit, project, edit
A
user.
user.
The notify
Yeah.
users feature, we just combine both ways.
Right. Okay. Now, how about your RSpec tests?
Right. There's probably there's 16 cucumber tests. I think there's 6 and 9 RSpec tests that we wrote, mostly because a lot of our actual controller logic is done mostly by either scaffold or gems and stuff like that. So it's mostly integration testing and
Right.
acceptance testing, but for certain like helper methods and other
Right.
things. So there you go, 9 examples,
Okay.
0 failures. So yeah, we wrote 9 of them. The 3 pending are not ones we wrote, so we probably could just comment those out or delete them really.
Oh, okay.
Those are like things that got generated
What
somehow.
are the stats on it too?
Okay.
For this
Yeah.
video.
I was gonna say, you have. Did you run coverage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Good.
break stats. There we go.
Right.
You can scroll this up so you see that.
And I
I don't
ran
know
it
if that
before.
really fits
It
at all.
said our spec was around 78.36%, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Around an exact number to the hundred.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
That's too
I
funny.
made up the 36. I know it was
Oh,
78
okay.
point
Yeah,
something.
yeah, got it.
These are pretty weird metrics though, right?
Yeah.
Because this is it's lines of code in the models towards compared with lines of code in the tests, right? Which is kind of a weird metric.
Yeah, it is. It's different from the metric that you had to run for your homework 4, which is the one I was expecting.
Which is weird because this is we pulled this from the textbook. How to do this? That's what Simple Cov says to do. We can.
I wonder if it's because you're doing it in C9.
There's a way. Apparently, you can pull this up in the browser.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it generates an. If you go to
Actually,
coverage,
the browser is an easier way to look at
Where are
it.
you pointing?
Oh,
Look
really?
at that.
The HTML file.
index.
Well, you can pick and
Like a
choose what
format.
you.
I don't know
yeah,
how we
it's
get to
really
that,
nice.
but
What does the browser say?
so when I ran it before, I have since deleted that part of the code because I didn't think we needed it.
Oh.
But it did generate this
makes this
index.html
Yeah, it
for the
makes an
coverage.
HTML. You go to the HTML
Right.
and then you look at it.
Right.
I don't know how to go to it though.
Is it the same info as this? Or
We'll
we can,
download that file.
I can just download.
That's
the
just
file
that's
and
just
pull
the
it up.
RSpec. That's
Well, where
not
is it
Cucumber,
telling
though.
you to go?
Okay, so let's.
Does it give you that HTML link?
It's coverage index.
It's, We can open it if you download it anyway. So just put it on your desktop for now.
Yeah, that's what I do. Then I just open up the
That's
index.
what it's for.
And then,
We can just click it there anyway. Oh, except for it's on. No, will it work? I don't know.
It should.
it doesn't.
Let's see if we open it on your.
It's probably up there. Yeah.
Well, that's annoying because it's an image.
Well, it should. It should be a file in a folder. So there
Oh,
should
I mean-
be other.
It's
Well,
in
it is because
coverage.
if you look at it right, this is the markup, which has all the numbers, right? 100%. Look at that. And it has this folder with assets.
Uh-huh.
How can we?
That's weird.
Can we? No, because it's not running as part of the server, is it?
Yeah, but the folder has the assets.
Folder
to
has the
render.
stuff, so maybe.
Yeah.
maybe he's
Download the
right.
coverage folder and then open the index.
Oh, did I
That's
just delete
weird.
the index? You want me to download?
Just download the whole thing.
the folder.
Okay.
There, download.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Download. Coverage.tar.gz.
It's in the right there.
Keep them all together for you.
Yeah.
I have to go through this later anyway. Oh,
Oh, well, what do you
There we
know?
go.
Mm,
Yeah,
look at
that's what
that.
what I
Yeah,
expected to see.
70.76. That was close.
0.82 hits per line. That's what I like
Okay.
to see.
Not bad.
Where does it even get these numbers?
There it is.
Could have done better in the users controller.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't that because of the 3 RSpec tests? that
Oh,
pending
well,
those
okay.
two?
So a possible, I'm not positive, but a possible explanation for why users controllers like that is users functionality is actually split because
Yeah.
Devise is doing a lot of user
Sure.
stuff. So
Oh,
there's,
yeah.
you'll see
Yeah,
that
no,
like
I
Devise
mean,
controllers have
I look at
100%.
this and I think to myself, well, probably a lot of this stuff here is covered by the Cucumber tests.
Plus
Right.
the pending.
One,
too,
the
though.
Cucumber test, and 2, Devise testing covers
Okay.
that.
Does
'Cause
pending RSpec get covered in this report or no?
Yeah.
Those
I mean,
are for skills. Anyway.
I think
I
a
tried.
little more here would have been good, but you seem to have like, it's at least the basic what you have to have. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. Did that.
Generated about an hour ago.
Now,
Yeah,
because
so
you did it
that
on
makes sense.
C9, there weren't any pull requests, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's that.
That was a benefit of it. Our review of C9 would be that it made it super easy for us to all work on it.
Uh-huh.
It made it really hard for us to all work on it at the same time
Uh-huh.
because if you have
Yes.
multiple users, you start to run out of space very
Yes.
quickly.
That is the one issue.
And memory.
Yeah.
So we didn't have dependency issues if I had to work on something, then Jackson and Alex had to work on something. But if we were all sitting here in class trying to work, it would kill the app every 4 seconds and couldn't do anything.
Do you have printouts of your code?
We were going to ask you about that because we can get it to you.
Actually, if you upload it to Blackboard, it'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Usually-
'cause we
were gonna say
amended-
like,
No, they've
otherwise it's
amended
100
some,
pages.
some of the requirements.
Is this for
I just,
the audit thing?
yeah, I
something-
just talked to,
they don't
A-bet-
like
A-bet-
want it just
A-bet?
being on GitHub.
well, the thing is, we have to scan everything and
For
upload
plagiarism?
it to certain directories. and
Gotcha.
It's a wild beast.
So we'll just
Like, what do
basically.
they do
But-
with it?
But I just talked to Dr. Landon today, and he said that
Is it doctor?
because they
Let
know
that-
fix what ails you, if you're a computer scientist. So I guess that ABET gave us the go-ahead that we were good to go and that we didn't have to do the like more
Stringent.
awful,
Yes, we're.
the more awful assessment stuff. So if you guys just upload it to Blackboard, it'll be okay.
Cool.
And you want the
Is there
Do you want each
anything
one of us to
in
upload
the-
it,
applicable
or
code
we have a group folder, right?
and
Yeah,
a test
you
code?
do.
Oh, is
Maybe
this
it's
true?
really
Bonus
And
points for
then
any individual
besides
complete
all
more
the
than
code
2
that's
stories.
on the repo.
Did who completed more than
Like,
2
down the
stories?
repos, it's hard, easy,
Technically,
and
I
stuff
guess.
We
like
did
that.
3 each, right?
Hangout?
Yeah.
The
Go to
Hangout?
GitHub.
A link
It's
to
easier
your-
on GitHub. On the
Oh,
GitHub.
Yeah,
that's
the
true.
link to the
Right.
YouTube.
Did I
Yeah,
lose that?
exactly.
Though the rest of it's defined in there, right?
We don't need
Whatever
this
else we
anymore,
need.
right?
Yeah, and then the only thing I have to do is I want to go over your code real quick.
Okay.
Also,
Oh well,
How
we're
how many
already.
features did each of you do?
Me and Jackson did 3 each.
Okay,
I
and you
did
did
And did 2, Alex
One.
did 1.
you did 1. Okay, because if you guys did 3, you're gonna get some extra points.
Oh, yeah.
And do you mind if I take a break for just a minute?
Yeah, go
I just
for
have
it.
to run out for a second and
Sure.
get some Kleenex and what have you. Be right back.
Did you say populous?
Remember, this is still being recorded.
Should we stop that?
Because if we started,
We have
it
to
makes,
review the
makes
code.
2 different ones. So, but yeah, I guess we
So
can
we
stop and
could-
just start it again.
I don't know. We want to hold our own talk show real quick?
Oh, you can mute it.
I looked at the clock and I had a heart
They don't need
attack.
the
I
exam.
took one time once.
Yeah, I think if I don't show up, they might be a little upset.
I don't know about that.
Potentially. Okay, let's make this a little
I don't
bigger.
even know. Well, based on time, what's the priority here?
Yeah, like what do you need to see?
Well, I mean, I just, let me show
This
me
is
your
our
gem
code.
file real fast.
This is our gem file.
Okay.
So
All right.
Oh, wait,
Just,
unmute it. Look at
no, I
that.
unmuted it
Cleanly
already.
formatted, beautiful code.
it's okay. Just, yeah.
Scroll.
Go up. Go up.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at your different gems. So,
uh,
all right. And if there's
the
anything you want
interesting
to.
ones are we use Rails for autocomplete for the autocomplete.
When we installed it, it broke the whole project.
We use Devise for the authentication, and those are the only interesting ones, really.
Okay, good. You want to show me your roots? Roots.rb?
Config, where are you? Here we go. Roots. This is roots.
Oh, and by the way, make sure that
That's all coming out, right?
well,
Oh, we
it would
changed you
be
to be
right.
the
The
requester for
coverage is
everything.
going to be along with everything else.
Yeah,
right?
it's-
Yeah, we'll add.
It'll be submitted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We added you as the
And we just need
requester to
link
Pivotal
this
Tracker also.
YouTube thing after.
Okay, fantastic.
Check.
Most of
Right.
it's handled by resources.
Yeah.
Right,
Devise,
right,
so
okay.
that's
That's kind of what I want to see. I don't know.
confused.
I was going to look at your models and your controllers. And, is there anything you feel that I should be looking at?
Unless you want to see the tests, but pretty much
We
seen those,
we
but
saw
I've seen
those. We saw those. It's okay.
Models are pretty. I guess the user is the
Pretty
most interesting
uninteresting.
one. So the user just has
Yeah.
the device stuff configured, and then
Uh-huh.
users have belong to projects and skills and have notifications.
Yeah, and you've got your validations.
This was
and
Paperclip
your
was another one we
associations,
used
yeah.
for images. So to
Oh,
validate
okay.
that the file you actually uploaded was an image, that
Uh-huh.
handles that. And these were the only required fields we had to do: was name and last name.
Okay.
A little helper method going on there.
Mhm.
Part of our
Good.
tests. Who's another one? Let's see. Skill, I think, has nothing in it other than the associations and
Yeah.
validations.
Okay.
So you can only have
Project.
one. Like Ruby should only be
Uniqueness,
once.
exactly.
and
Yeah.
It has to
Okay.
have a name when you create it.
Important thing is that it's there.
Right.
Yeah.
So a little helper
Okay.
method again to find the owner to make that association clearer in their associations
Super.
and validators. Notification, I think, is just the association that it is because they're just text.
Exactly.
Those are all the models.
Okay.
So
Controllers?
Application controller has one helper
Uh-huh.
method for the notifications, so they
Uh-huh.
can be set on every page, and just configuring that they
Uh-huh.
would be set everywhere when there's a user. And this is just device configuration, so we can add custom fields to their forms.
Mhm.
And this is so that we can override when you sign in where you go, so to direct them to that project.
Okay.
Notification control, I think, has nothing yet because it just uses the CRUD routes that are given to us by default
Right.
with the resources.
Okay.
So this is scaffolding mostly, except for the
Okay.
interesting ones. Do we? So this is the interesting logic is an update so that you can add those skills. So this is what Alex had worked on. So
Nice.
adding the skills from the autocomplete thing. So just taking those params and adding them. These are the two that Ben and Jackson worked on, the sending those notifications.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
just associating them with the proper people and redirecting them. The hope was you see format.js
Yeah.
in there that those would eventually become Ajax requests instead,
Uh-huh.
but no time to get around to that.
Yeah. Well, it's set up.
It's advanced stuff. Registrations controllers just overriding. Same thing. This one is if you want to redirect them after signups or registration of a user to that path,
Uh-huh.
you need to override the controller instead
Uh-huh.
of just that one method. So that's why we need both of those.
Okay. I hate to say it, I'm out of time.
Okay.
But I like what I see,
Yay.
and you're gonna fix the pivotal tracker.
Did that
right?
already. We did it while you were
And-
gone.
Yeah, you just have to accept them, or did we?
Yeah,
You're already
I'll
listed.
I'll
Oh.
take care of that.
Sent
Maybe even while I'm at the exam, I could do that. So later, if you could put it on my machine, that would be great.
Sure.
You've certainly met all the requirements.
Submit printouts to Blackboard.
Yeah, everything's got to be submitted to
Well, that'll be
Blackboard.
as part of the
Plus the
code, right? We
YouTube
don't need to
code.
make separate printouts, just the
Yeah, yeah.
code. We'll
So
submit
that's
the
right.
code on
Just the
Blackboard.
zip and the
so we'll-
URL for the video. That's it.
Right, and the
I'm gonna stop this broadcast now.
Thing, and you should in Blackboard have a separate folder with a text file that gives me all the pertinent links, the Pibble tracker,
Agile.
Okay. Yeah. And then you're good to go. You get full credit, and you guys get some bonus points.
Cool, yeah.